Hello, I'm John Rush, I'm the emotions expert. Staying calm in a selfish environment. Have you noticed today in the press and the media and all around you, you're being bombarded with statements of why you should buy this, why you should buy that, what the government's doing, what newspapers are, whether left-wing newspapers or right-wing newspapers, all have their story to peddle their wares, sell their products, sell more copies. And in the process, they're making stories up. I wouldn't say they're all disingenuous, but nevertheless, they are stories. They're stories so you can read something, and within that, there are subliminal thoughts and feelings of the journalist who wrote it or what their views are in life and everything else. You're seeing all kinds of bombardments from department stores, from international companies, from airlines, from shops, supermarkets, goodness knows what about the products and special offers, and you can't afford not to buy this, and this is worthwhile. This, and if you only buy 10 of these, you get a free one, and whatever, and all of these kind of things. And then you get all the do-gooders in life, which don't do any good for anybody except for themselves. They're all extolling the virtues of doing something which is completely alien to your way of life, alien to your thinking, disadvantages you, and all the other stuff that goes with it. And they're telling you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do this and you'll save the planet. And if you don't save the planet tomorrow morning, everybody will be dead. And it just goes on ad infinitum. Whereas in reality, what you're doing is probably 10 times more than most people are doing anyway, in being a good subject and trying to save on whatever it is you're trying to save on. It just goes on and on. But at the end of the day, you have got to do what is good for you. Stop listening to all these people peddling their wares, all the bystanders, all the armchair experts, all the so-called experts, all the people around who have a story to tell and think you need to listen to it because it'll do you good if they listen to their story, and all of these things. And of course, none of it's true. It's all about them. And at the end of the day, it is about them. But the most important thing is in this, what about you? You are the most important person on this planet. Because if you're not, who are you? Are you second best, third best, fourth best, fifth best, not even any kind of best whatsoever? You are the best person, and you have to be number one. You have to be the person which does everything for yourself. You eat, sleep, and breathe yourself. You have to live with yourself. Your thoughts, your feelings are yours. Your fears, your anxieties, your phobias, your excitement, your loves, your love losses, and all of these things are yours. And you have to assimilate them within yourself to be the best person you possibly can be. You have to be the person which actually sleeps through the traumas, lives through the traumas, and tries to get the best out of it all. You are living in a society, in an age where things financially are not becoming as easy as they used to be. And therefore, you've got to probably make adjustments to your spending or to your way of life or whatever. And even if you haven't, things have changed. The parameters in which you live, the confines in which you live, the people around you will have changed. And people around you change for two reasons. A, because some of them are sheep and they listen to every bit of stupidity they hear and see on TV and radio. And like lemmings, they just blurt it out. They repeat it all, which is dull, boring, insular, negative, and ineffective, or they are suffering themselves from some minor adjustment in life, or maybe it's not so minor. There are lots of things which go through your lives, and we all have to deal with them. Some just go through them because they think, sod it, I've got to deal with it and deal with it, which is the best way. Others make a meal out of it, and they've got to tell everybody and hope everybody gives them sympathy in return. It's a bit of a selfish, self-centered situation, but nevertheless, that's the way it is. But you've got to stay calm in all of this. You've got to stay resilient. You've got to understand what's happening, and you've got to find some kind of solace and pathway forward. It's not that difficult because once you understand what you're listening to, once you understand who you are, once you actually accept that you actually do love yourself, warts and all, you may not be perfect, but that's fine. That's the way it is. You can go forward. You can actually identify where you're going. And again, it may not be the best of futures. immediately ahead of you, but you know where you're going because the future changes substantially from day to day. And what isn't so good today could be a lot different tomorrow or next week or the week after. Or you may go through a spell and think, wow, last year was not very good, but this year is fine. The fact is, you must make yourself happy and don't listen to other people. Happiness is a choice. You can be happy even if you're going through hell. You can remain happy to yourself. You can think, happiness is a choice, and I'm going to actually make that choice. I don't care that what I'm going through is not very good. It's not very wholesome, and I am suffering, but I'm still going to smile. I'm still going to be that happy person because I owe it to myself, because people don't want morbidity around them. They don't want miserable people around them. They want happy people around them. And this is your choice and chance in life to keep the candle glowing for yourself, be the person you want to be, and to be happy. And regardless of the outcome of whatever's happening around you, you can be good. You can be number one. Stay with that position because this is what you're meant to be and where you're meant to go.